everyone. We continue our discussion on faith this week. And today we're going to look at Hebrews 11:1. You know, faith is the very foundation by which we live our lives as believers. We can trust that God is always with us, that He'll never leave our side, that He loves us so much, and that He always keeps His promises. And so in times like these, when the world seems completely out of control, that is so critical for us to believe and to remember. So let's take a look at what God's Word says about faith. The author of Hebrews writes in chapter 11, verse 1, "Now faith is the reality of what is hoped for, and it's the proof of what is not seen." You know, I love the way the CSB uses the words reality and proof, because that is exactly what God's Word gives us. You know, we have the reality that God is always with us, that He's always in control. And we have the proof of that through the examples in His Word. The author of Hebrews gives us the example of Noah. You know, Noah built an ark because God told him that rain would come down from heaven and that the whole earth would be flooded. Noah had faith, and so he built that ark, and because of that, his family and creation was saved. And then we have the example of Abraham. Abraham dropped everything and went to a place unknown because God told him to. And Abraham had faith that God would take care of him, that God had a good plan. Abraham also had faith that he and his wife Sarah would have a child, because God promised him that he would have as many ancestors as the stars in the sky. That is incredible faith. And then we look at Moses. God told Moses to go to Pharaoh to say, "Let my people go." And Moses had faith. He went before Pharaoh. He declared, "Let my people go." And God used Moses and Aaron. And because of that, the Israelites were freed. Amazing faith. And you know, the author of Hebrews continues to say, look, I don't even have time to tell you the stories of David and Samson and Gideon and Rahab, all of the people that trusted God, that had faith. And as a result, God was able to work through them and to do miraculous things. You know, all of this is so important for us to remember, because in times like we're living now, when everything is out of control, where we can be fearful of what we're seeing on the media and by what our future will look like, we can hold firm in faith and in confidence that God is in control, that He loves us, and that we don't have to worry, because God ultimately has a good plan, and we are cared and loved for by Him.